Please join me in welcoming Barry Newman to the podium.
Thank you. Very interesting. I met Aaron and Rifke about in 1991. The reason why I met them was a good friend of mine, Phil Piacca, God rest his soul, came to me and said he was very, very concerned because we had 200 students in the basement of that house over there, and that he wanted me to come here to put a fire door in. He was afraid that if there was a disaster, nobody would get out. I came in there one Friday night, and I said, you don't need a fire door, you need a building. And we have building 1, building 2, building 3. Well, Michael Wright gave me a lot of credit for the construction, but John Nicholas was the key in every phase of these buildings, first, second, and third. In addition to being the key in the construction, John worked with Rifke and Aaron on matters that didn't even involve construction, and Rifke named him St. John. Well, I just have one quick story to tell you, which is very, very interesting and tells a lot of things here. Where this building is today, there was a house that was occupied by John Pomeroy, who I did not know, and his wife. John was chairman of the board of Dovertron. I came over one night because the Sloanums are always expanding. In fact, I told them pretty soon we'll get them an option on St. Patrick's Cathedral. But I came over there one night, and they said, look, we need that house next door. I said, what do you want from me? You want me to kick these people out? You know? So I called Pomeroy up. I didn't know the guy. I asked him if I could have lunch with him, and he said, okay. Nice guy. I met him. He said, listen, I'm leaving in 4 years. I'm retiring, and we'll talk. I asked him, I said, do you mind if I call you once a year and have lunch with you to discuss it? So about 90 days go by, and Rifke says to me, are you going to talk to Pomeroy? I said, is it a year? It's only 90 days. You know, well, this went on. I had lunch with him every year for 4 years. And the most important thing he told me really made a big impression. The Pomeroys were non-Jews, but this is incredible. They said that they lived in this house, and every Friday night they couldn't sleep because they had 350 kids screaming and singing. And he used to get a little annoyed, but his wife said, listen, John, they're doing a good thing. You can do that without a little sleep because these people are keeping the kids off the streets and they're not into drugs or anything else. So John said, I can handle that. And then we got the house. He called me, he says, I'm retiring, I'm moving to California. I went over there, shook his hand, made the deal. When I came back, I saw Aaron, I said, the house is ours. He says, did you look around the house, see what's in it? I said, for what? We're knocking it down. And here's the building.